Yes, welcome to my tree house. We gotta talk. Y'all already know when I come in the tree house, but I'm actually not in the tree house right now. But I need to say this. We got PTSD. Yes, we got PTSD. The melanated community, specifically black community, we got PTSD. So check this out. If when a woman is carrying a baby, right, and they tell you to be careful of your emotions because the baby can feel it, right? So if that's so, then just think about how many kids was born during this period, right? So they felt the traumas their mother was going through, and then they come into the world and feel traumas from the same thing: oppression, depression, suppression, all these issues that we've experienced, right? With no true admittance of, hey, you guys got done wrong. It's, hey, get over it. Hey, you pulling a black card. So think about this. Do you know what impact that would have when sometimes the person in charge of the slaves, the black person, was assigned to beating them with whips? Okay? He might have to beat his woman. She hanging from a tree and he's beating her with a whip. Do you know what that does to a mind psychologically? What's in that man's DNA that he's depositing in the woman, and then she's birthing, and then repeat that. So now you got men that's committing DV. You got men that's Pedialites. You got men that's living double lives. Because don't forget that buck breaking went on there too. The buck breaking went on there too. See, we are people of nature, and nature know who and what it's supposed to be with. But if you take the person out of that character and you deposit another character, a barbaric character, onto them, then that's what you got. And sometimes all our people are confused because they got barbaric spirits on top of them, but their soul is pure. That nature that's in them. So it's balancing each other. The right thing to do versus what you're expected to do, which is not always the right thing to do. Because as you can see, we live in a society that has flipped everything. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And now you're being forced to call a dog a cat because it feel like a cat. It don't matter what you see. You just have to listen. You have to comply. That's more trauma on top of the trauma that started the trauma to begin with. And we have not stopped and said, hey, hold up. We need help. We need to get to the root. We need to have a wing ding. We need to have a powwow and figure out how to move forward in a healthy way. But see, being healthy must first start with you. You can't go into a relationship carrying all kind of trauma into it, because you're going to bring further trauma that you dumping in the woman, and she got her own trauma. Now y'all having a bunch of trauma children. That's repeating the cycle. That's what they call generational curses. We have got to stop. But first, we got to realize we ain't going to never get no apology. We ain't going to never get no apology. No, we're not. We're not going to get no apology. We ain't going to say we did you guys wrong. It's just not going to happen. We live in a narcissistic society. They can't own that. The only way it'll be owned is if they back is against the wall. That's the only way. But anyways, the point of this was to say we need some counseling, y'all. On a whole. If we gotta counsel each other. But first we gotta get back to righteousness. Like, it's just so much, y'all. But there's people out here that's righteous. I had refused to believe that everybody in the world is that lost their shit. I can't believe it. And then when I leave out the house and somebody is so kind, I'm like, okay, Lord, thank you for showing me that everybody ain't just lost their stuff. They ain't just done been covered and carried and continuing these barbaric spirits. Now, mind you, when I say these things, I ain't particularly just talking about color-wise. I need y'all to understand that. I'm talking about the character of a person. The character. That's what I'm talking about. But we look now, we can't ignore the fact that certain things is in people's nature. You can't ignore that. We gotta just start telling the truth, y'all. But anyway, I ain't want nothing. I was just sitting here thinking, it's like, let me holler at them right quick. I love y'all for real. Peace.